In this video, I'm going to demonstrate mail merge, in particular mail merge with mailing labels. So speaking of mailing labels, the textbook shows you using Avery labels. So I just Google it or Bing it, in this case Avery labels here, and then you can go to their website, and then you can look around their website. So I go to products and then labels, and then they have a few different types of labels. Of course, they have probably dozens of different types of labels in terms of dimensions and paper stock and that sort of kind of things. So I guess this is one of the most common one here, 1 by 2 and 5/8, just rectangle, white, laser printer, and so on. So go to view details, and that's a label printer, laser printer label. That's an item number. Of course, that's the vendor name, Avery. And then here's on the box also, it'll show here the item number. Let me see, go here. There's the item number here. You can see, and there's a vendor name. Okay, so that's how you can get mailing labels paper stock. You can go to any office supply stores and you can grab one of these boxes. Okay, so the key thing is the dimension. So most common one will be 1 inch by, so 1 inch high and 2 and 5/8 inch wide. But your office will probably have this in stock. So, all right. So let's take a look at the list of recipients. So I have here an Excel spreadsheet. So you can download this from the course website. Go to the Word Excel web page. I'm sorry, go to Word page, and then go to on the Chapter 10 instructions, and there is the Excel file. You can just download it, and once you download it, this is what you get. And if you use the textbook, go to page number 318, and at the bottom of the textbook you'll see figure number 10.9. So you can add one more person here on row number 7. So click here and then type the name. So let me just go ahead and do that here. So it's going to be Carl, and then press tab key, Knowles, Knowles, and press tab key. I'm using the tab key on the keyboard. 23-102 Harrison Boulevard. Tab. There's no suite number. The city is Boise. State is Idaho. That's ID 83722, and press tab. And I also added other fields like a phone number 1, phone number 2, and phone number, email, and so on. So any additional information of all these people. So for example, you could have account number. For example, you could have that, but you don't have to have these fields filled up for mailing labels because we don't print them. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then go to Word, and I'm going to start a new blank document. So then I'll go to mailings, and I'm going to start the mail merge. By the way, if you want to, go ahead and use help, Microsoft Help, and then type in mail merge in the search box. And then you can kind of explore a few things. There are different ways that you use mail merge. You can create a business letter, foam letter using this, and so on. But for now, we're going to use mail merge for labels. So I'll go ahead and click on that one. And then it shows you how to do this all step by step. And it's fairly straightforward. So I'm going to just put this aside. Maybe I'll just put it this way and then click on the document again. So let's start. So go to Mailings tab and then click on Start Mail Merge. And we are going to create labels. So click on Labels. And then select the vendor. So since Textbook uses Avery US Letter, I'm going to just stick to that. But you don't have to, obviously. If your job site has a different vendor, so it could be Microsoft, it could be 3M, it could be anything. So just pick Defined on the box. So let's see here. On the box, you will see the vendor name and also the item number, okay? And put that here and find it here, and then go ahead and click on OK. And then we just go step by step. So we did start mail merge, and let's select recipient. So click on it, and then we're going to use the existing list. So existing list, let me just come back here, is this Excel file, okay? So this is already open in Excel, so I'm going to have to close this to release that. So go ahead and I'm going to just go ahead and File, Close. So that Excel file is closed. Now we are back in Word, so we are selecting the data source, and then go to my floppy drive, go to chapter 10. This is where I save the context.xlx. So you see the preview here, and then go ahead and click on OK, Open. And now it's the word mail merge looked at inside of the Excel file, and you found the sheet 1, and you found the table, and then it says the first row of the data contains column heading. So that means first name, last name, street address 1, street address 2, city, state, and so on. So that's the first row. So just keep this checked. Okay, so all you need to do is essentially click on OK. And now it's this Word blank document and the Excel spreadsheet sheet 1 now is linked. All right, so let's notice that the next button is clickable now. So before it was gray like that, but now it's clickable. So go ahead and click on Edit. And then you see all the names, like a first name, last name, and so on. And you will probably notice some names here. And let's see. If you want to, you can put the check marks off to deselect. So right now I have just 4 labels printed. But if you want to put it back on, just click this checkbox. And also you can sort it. So let's go ahead and click on Sort. And oftentimes when you mass mail it, like you have hundreds of envelopes going out, you may have a special deal with the post office. If you sort it by, let's say, postal code, And then the post office don't have to sort it themselves, so you may get some discount. So maybe your job site or office may have some kind of agreement with the post office. They may want you to sort it by postal code or zip code. Then that's how you do it. And also you can filter it. So let's say you have you can filter it by, let's say, state. So you want only recipients who are in Idaho. So I type in ID. So you have to use the same state ID, you know, for example, state name. So you cannot put Idaho. You cannot do that because there's no Idaho in the mailing list. In fact, they all have just 2-letter state ID, state name. So if it's Washington, that'll be WA. If it's Oregon, it's OR. Okay, so because let me see if I can open it and show you. Can I open it? Read only. So here, the state name, we used only 2-letter state name. That's why you need to use, when you filter it, you need to use the same 2-letter state name, not the full state name. Okay, so go ahead and click on OK, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. So now I have selected the recipients, and I edited list if I need to. I sort it and filter it and so on. And then we're going to move over to address block. So that's the next step. So we start mail merge, select the recipients, and then edit the recipient list, and then go to mail address block. Okay, so go ahead and click on address block. In fact, that's what this word help tells you. So the next step 3 will be address block here. Okay, so go to the address block, and this is the way it's going to be printed. So for example, if you just have first name, last name, and suffix like junior, senior, and so on, this is how it's going to look. But if you have a separate column for the titles, like such as Mr., Miss, or Mrs., and so on, that's what you're going to use. So unfortunately, we don't have any title in our database, like such as Mr., Mrs., and so on. So either way, we can use either way, with or without the title column. So anyway, so go ahead and click on OK. Oh, by the way, I don't think you're going to need to worry about it, but sometimes you have to manually match with the word mailing. This is a word mailing, and then you can match with the Excel column heading. So that's how you can manually match it, but oftentimes it should be no problem. So go ahead and click on OK, and now I have one address block. So that I can do the preview. It shows only one. So let me just click the preview button once again. So this is a toggle switch, on and off, on and off. So go back to this the background layout here, not the actual name and address. So go ahead and click to where you need to be. So this is the way you need to be. And then, so once you put the address block in the first section, then go ahead and click on Update Labels. So go ahead and click on that. It adds address blocks here, here, and the rest. So it'll be just continue all the way and it'll go as long as you have addresses to print. Now, go ahead and click on Preview again. There you have it. Okay, and then I noticed that some letters, mailing labels, kind of chopped off. So this particular mailing labels is not quite big enough to have address, street address number 2. So if you were to have it, you're going to have to arrange things later, or change different, use a different mailing labels. I'll show you in a later part of this video. So anyway, assume if everything is okay, go ahead and finish, and then you can print a document. All right, so go ahead and click on Print Document. I'm going to print it all, and then you can pick printer, and then of course you need to put this special mailing label paper into the default tray, and go ahead and click on Print. And I suggest you to use a sample sheet instead of printing pages all at once, and then you find out something got wrong. So instead, just print one sheet and see if everything's okay. Then you can just rerun, reprint the whole thing. That's my suggestion. In this case, I don't want to print it, so I'm going to just use it as a PDF. I'm going to print it as a PDF, and then click OK. And I don't have a PDF here. Something's wrong here, so click on OK. And then, all right, good. So that's how you do it. Let's see, I have earlier printed mail merge in terms of PDF, so you can see this is actual PDF file. So it says PDF, and this is how it's printed. All right, so let's say you printed everything, and then you want to save this document. So currently it is a document 6. Oh, it could be document 1, 2, 3, or whatever the number. So you want to save this. Go to File, Save As, and Computer Chapter 10 assignment. I would say mailing labels for Idaho customers, right? Save it. So next time you want to print it again, these labels, go ahead and open this Word document and then go ahead and print. And actually you can just go ahead and print here, and it's going to be printed. Of course, you have to remember, I put the filter, edit recipient, I put the filter for Idaho residents. So that's why I named this file name as mailing labels for ID, that's Idaho customers. And so that whenever you print it, you only printed the Idaho recipients. Okay, so let me just quickly go over this process. So let me just go ahead and click on New, blank document. So this document 7. Go to Mailings, go to Start, Labels, select the vendor, select the number, click on OK. So it is set to go. I'm going to select the recipients. There's an Excel file containing all the names and addresses. Click on OK. And then you can edit the recipients, who's going to get, who's not going to get. Go ahead and click on OK. And then click on Address Block. This is the basic layout, and then click on OK. You have the first address block inserted, and then go ahead and click on Update Labels. So you'll have address blocks for the rest of the list. Go ahead and click on Preview, and then Finish Print Document everything. Okay, I'm going to cancel it. So that's how you do it in a short video. And if you want to, you can do it slightly different way. So here I'm going to just take that out. You can use, let's see, address, let's see, not that one. Insert mail merge field, so I can have first name, one space, and then last name, and then shift key, hold down the shift key and enter, so that'll give a soft return. And then put first address, street address 1, one space, oopsie, not that one, street address 2, and then shift key, enter, that's a soft return, and then city, put a comma there, one space, state, two spaces, and then last postal code. And this is the basic format, and I'm going to update labels so it changes the rest of the document, and then go ahead and click on preview, and this is how it's going to look like. And it looks like now it fits fine because I put street address number 2 on the same line as the street address number 1. So that's one way to kind of avoid overcrowding. Alright, so that's it. I will say make sure that I save this file. Save as, computer, chapter 10, mailing label, address, customers, and let's say version 2. Go ahead and save it. So I'll make sure that address 2 will fit just fine as well. Okay, that's it.